Hey guys, so tonight I decided to do another kind of shop my stash sort of video. I am just not feeling any new makeup right now for some reason. I'm going to start off with the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation, but I don't know, I'm not sure if it's because I know all of the holiday stuff is coming out and I'll probably ask for a few things for Christmas and stuff like that, or if the holiday stuff is just getting more and more gimmicky. I'm not sure what my deal is right now, but since I am supposed to be on a low buy anyway, that's honestly a good thing. But with that being said, I don't really have any good videos to film because I know y'all want to see all the good new makeup, but I hope this is somewhat entertaining too. So I'm going to start off with the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I got on this because of Raw Beauty Christy, and I don't know, I actually used it for a pretty long time, and then, got something else and completely forgot about it. But what's really cool about, well, I guess it's this foundation and this company, is that when you go on their website, they have, I'm not sure if they're $5 or $10, but they have little sample sizes that you can get, and I got 4, 5, 6 of them, and so I have basically this foundation in every shade I could ever need. But it's just really nice to have if I need a good mix-in foundation, or if I want a little more coverage to a tinted moisturizer or something like that. So I do really love this. I just haven't used it much lately, so I'm using my Rare Beauty foundation brush to just kind of buff this in. I'm not really sure, but I feel like I might like this more with a sponge. I don't know, but I've also been using my Laura Mercier powder the past couple of days. Basically since I got it out for one of the last videos that I did, but I've really been enjoying it, so I'm going to use that to set my under eyes, and I have so much shit in front of me, it's driving me crazy. But for concealer, I'm going to use my Hourglass Vanish, and this is in the shade Birch. It's one of their lightest shades, and I use it when I am very, very pale. I feel like this really isn't even old, but I really loved it right when I got it, and then I kind of just, something about it I didn't like as much anymore, so I just kind of stopped using it. I think I got my Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer, and this just kind of went away, but I do remember liking it. I'm not sure why I stopped liking it, so we're gonna see what it looks like tonight. Okay, so I'm not even exaggerating when I say this. Every concealer that I have used since I started using this Beauty Blender sponge thingy to set my under eyes, and I've been going in super hard blending out my under eyes with my sponge for an hour, every single concealer has looked really, really good. So the Hourglass is looking great right now. Now, since I've been contouring a little bit more, I wanted to grab my Fenty Cream Cheeks Out bronzer in 01 Amber. This is the lightest shade they came out with, and it's this super, super cool toned, almost gray kind of brown. So I want to see what we think about this, and I totally forgot about this brush. It is the e.l.f. 105, and Samantha Ravindall always raves about this, and I got it because of her. And I don't know, I used it for a long time and I loved it. So we are just going to pop a little bit of this kind of on the back of my cheeks here, and just bring it up a little bit. I felt when I had any kind of sun, this was going to be way too cool toned and gray on me, but since I'm so fair right now, I figured it might work, and it's looking pretty good so far. Definitely a contour color and not a bronzer, but it definitely gave my face some dimension. If you look just that looks pretty good. I'm liking this so much more than I originally thought I was going to. I got it and I saw it and I was like, oh, that is a cool toned shade. But I actually think that it looks pretty good. I'm gonna pat it in just a bit with my sponge, but I think I will be using this. I don't have as many cream contours as I do bronzers. I'm trying to think. I have my Westman Atelier contour stick that I have completely neglected, and I really need to get that out. So I'm gonna set down my face with just the Laura Mercier powder and then get onto my brows. I'm really thinking that I need to use this combination more because my skin is looking so flawless. My under eyes have like no creasing and I'm really digging it. So I'm not sure why, but like base makeup has been like my thing lately. So now for eyebrows, I have my Hourglass Arch Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil, which I was obsessed with for a really long time. You know what? I actually used this last night. So I'm going to grab my Dior pencil because I remember I really wanted to use that. Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, scratch that. We're going to go in with my Dior Show Brow Styler. I have this in brown, I think. And it's such a like pretty sleek packaging, but I just like stopped using it for some reason. And I feel like because it doesn't come with a cap on top, the pencil product gets a little bit like dried out. So I want to see if it actually does anything to my brows. When I was like just trying to like see the color of it last night, I was like scraping my skin to be able to get any kind of pigment off. But sometimes brow products are like that and then they're good in your brows because it's not such a crazy pigmented, you know? So let's just see how this goes. Okay, I do feel like it's a little bit hard, but I do think it definitely gives you the pigment that you want, and it's kind of nice that you can go in kind of as heavy-handed as you want to, and it's not like super crazy pigmented. Now I want to go in with this Patrick Ta for Brows Shaping Wax, and this is the tinted version. I have both of them, and I have not gotten enough use out of either. So I'm going to spray this with a facial mist. Oh my god, and get whatever is in my eye out because it's driving me crazy. Oh my god, okay, so now that my eye is like bloodshot and killing me, y'all know why, because that was so painful, and I don't know if I actually got it out or if I just moved it to another place in my eye that isn't quite as painful as like where it was, but wow, that is not okay. I'm going to take my little Morphe M158 brush into the brow sculpting gel stuff and pick some up. I'm never in frame when I'm doing anything. Okay, so I think that took me like 30 minutes to get out of my eye, so this might be too dry at this point, but we're going to try it, and I think I picked up a pretty good amount of product. I mean, this is basically just like tinted soap brows, and the clear one is like literally just soap brows. So I would not suggest anyone going out and spending a whole bunch of money on this, but it definitely does work, and I don't know, my brows look super fluffy with it. I don't see much of a difference with the tinted and the clear though. Like they both do the exact same thing in my opinion, but it definitely looks like a much fluffier brow than this one. So I'm gonna run and do the same thing to this brow and prime my eyes with my P. Louise base, and I will be right back to play around with some eyeshadow and finish off my face real quick. Okay, so I have my other brow on and my P. Louise base on my eyes. I have not set it yet, but we are going to go in with the Pure and Raw Beauty Christy collab again. I know, I'm so sorry, but I'm going to do something like I'm hoping it's going to be super easy. We're going to see, but I'm not quite sure what I'm thinking and why I think that I can do this, but I want to do something. It's not even creative. It's just like a little pop of color. But at first, I just want to throw my whole heart, basically like all over my lid and up to my crease. Okay, now that it's nice and laid down, I'm going to go in with Copper Boxes here, which I actually still have not used by itself. And I really just want to throw this. Holy crap, that is really pigmented. I just want this all in my crease for like a super neutral crease look, just for a little bit of definition, because I want to do a cool liner. And I'm thinking I have this ABH Norvina collection, what are these called again? The electric orange, opaque white, electric purple, the cake liners. So I want to take this white, lay it down in a wing, and then go over with the really pretty hurtful, like kind of turquoise teal shade in here. So we're going to see how that works out. But we are just going to blend the Copper Box's shade out first. I might build it up just a little bit more. I don't want it to look like I have like a naked eye with like a huge wing. And I'm not going to try to make it a huge wing, but let's be real, I'm not very good with these cake liners, so it will probably end up being a huge wing. So, alright, I think that is good. I love this color so much. I feel like my lights really wash it out, so you can barely even tell that there's anything there, but it's just the perfect everyday transition shade. Now, I think I might take just a tiny bit of B here. And it's really just like a neutral brown. Like, I love this palette so much, but if you're ever like trying to recreate the looks that are made with this palette, I don't feel like you have to have this in order to do that, which is nice, you know, like you don't always want to have a certain palette just to recreate like a similar look. So I think that's all I'm going to do with that, and then go back in and just blend on top a little bit more to make sure there are no harsh lines anywhere. Okay, now that I have the most basic eye look in the world, and I love it, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna go in with the opaque white shade out of here. And you can tell I've used it like a couple of times, but barely at all. So I'm going to spray my brush and get it nice and wet. I feel like the only thing with this is that it is like a little bit finicky, and you have to get just like the perfect texture with it. So I just make like a little putty in there, and I really loaded my brush up. And now we're going to try to create a wing. So wish me luck. Okay, I know I'm not like a makeup artist, and this wasn't made for me to use. I mean, ABH isn't like a makeup artist brand, but it's just really hard to get the right consistency and then keep it there as long as you need to in order to actually create a wing. Like, as soon as I got my actual lid outlined, it was too dry to do the wing with. I'm going to wet my brush one more time and try to get my wing just a little bit sharper. I'm not sure if it's the brush or just the fact that I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not a fan of my wing shape right now. Okay, so like I said, it's definitely a little bit just like finicky to work with, and I mean, it's not a review on these liners. I've already played with them. I knew they were kind of finicky. I don't know, I feel like it'll look a lot more like a bam kind of teal moment, if you will, on top of this white base here. So now I'm going to take my Smith 203. Now this right here is the best brush in the world for eyeliner. And I'm going to pick up this beautiful teal, navy blue, turquoisey shade, and I'm just going to like press it on. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so this is what I ended up with, and I feel like it could still turn out to be decently cool. Right now I have it kind of going from like a really light blue into the deep shade, but I had some like major fallout going on down here, and I don't know, I was just kind of envisioning it looking cooler than it does. Maybe it'll kind of pull together with lashes and the rest of my face, but I will tell you, it took me entirely too long to do that, and I bet I could find a liquid liner that is around the same shade that would take about a 1/10 of the time. So I'm going to do the same on this eye, put some mascara on, and then I will be right back to finish off the whole face. Okay, I'm back after effing with this eyeliner for far too long just to get a liquid liner. It is so much easier. I'm going to show you the up close. I don't know what to do about the inner corners of my eyes because my eyes are watering so bad that it's literally just like, I don't know. So now we're going to try to fix some of the blue underneath my eyes, give my face a little bit of color back to it, and then we will be all done. So I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to try to fix this under eye situation. I already went in just like with a big fluffy brush and just kind of like brushed everything away. I almost did my eyes first because of this, and I really wish that I had. So not that I will be doing this again, but if I were, I would do my eyes first. I think I'm just going to take my little powder puff, and I might just, instead of using translucent powder, I think I'm going to grab some of my Smashbox and grind just like a tiny amount there, pick it up, and just kind of like try to go around my eye. I know I can go in with like a concealer brush and really, do all of that, but if we are being honest, your girl isn't going anywhere, so I don't really care all that much. So I'm going to do this and leave it at that. Okay, now that I'm not quite so blue under the eyes, I'm really excited because I want to go in with my Lila B Sun-Kissed bronzer, and I haven't used it in a really long time, but I remember being obsessed with this. So I'm going to take my hairy hourglass brush, and I feel like it's not super pigmented. I'm not sure. I could totally be wrong, so I might have just made a big mistake by loading my brush up, but oh yeah, that's pretty. I felt like during the summer I tried to use this and it just like wasn't giving me enough color, but I think, this is kind of meant for pretty fair skin tones. Even looking at it, like, it's not very deep at all. So I think I can really load my brush up and just swirl it on without an issue. I don't know why I'm talking so weird tonight. I feel like I'm talking really slow. I'm sorry. I feel like I've just been like all around weird lately, and I'm really sorry. I don't know what my deal is. Like, I'm in another funk, and I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know. Let's bronze up just a little bit more because why not? I don't even know why I said because I always bronze up way more than I need to. But I feel like by the day your bronzer is like the same with your blush, but I feel like your bronzer and your blush are always like the first two things to go. So I'm going to do one more layer of this and then go in with my Natasha Denona blush that I haven't even thought about in a really long time, and I saw it tonight and I was like, ooh, I remember that being so pretty. I really like, at least from what I can see, I really like that Fenty Amber under this. It's giving it like, I'm not too warm, and there's like that little bit of contour underneath. I really like that. I want to swatch this bronzer because I really do feel like it's super light. Yeah, okay. So that is a swatch of the bronzer, and I just kind of blended the two together. But this compact is so neat. If you've never seen any like Lila B products, this looks like it's just like a stone and it swivels out. There's no mirror or anything, but I don't know, all of the packaging is super nice. I have one of her highlighters, a lip balm, cheek tint kind of thing. They're all really nice. So I'm going to go in with my Bloom highlighting blush from Natasha Denona, which is not going to match this eye at all, but I suck at even thinking about that until like the very second that I'm about to put it on my face. I really do love this. I need to start using it more. That's so pretty. I love this blush. Alright, now for highlighters, I have two that I really wanted to use. I have my Melt. I can never say melt. I say melt. My Melt Cosmetics Stargazer highlighter in... It is Stargazer. It's called a digital dust highlighter. Lord have mercy, can I talk? That looks like this. And then I have my Jaclyn Hill Extra loose highlighting powder. I could never remember the names of these, but I think I might use this on my face and then highlight my inner corners with this. So for my face, I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush in this melt highlighter, and I feel like I only use this a couple of times, and it's a really expensive highlighter, so I need to get some more use out of it. And I feel like it's pretty, it's like a goldy toned, but it's not too gold for my fair skin, which I always appreciate. I think this would be a really pretty inner corner highlight as well, but I remember those Jaclyn highlighters being like a beautiful inner corner pop, so I definitely want a little bit of that in there. I just remembered I like did not want highlighter all over my face. I don't know why I just did that. I just wanted it like right at my cheekbones and that's it. But this is such a pretty highlighter. I really like it. I forget, like, I feel like when you're using so many different products, you just forget like what's really good and what's okay and what you love, and just, I don't know, I'm really enjoying using everything that I have, and I hope that y'all have some of the same things, so it's kind of like reminding y'all about it, or at least, you know, just like jogging your memory, or maybe if some of this stuff goes on sale at some point, you will, but I don't know, I just hope they're entertaining in some way, and I hope it's not just like watching me use old makeup over and over again, and I'm sorry if it is. Alright, now I'm going to go in with my Sigma Pencil E30 brush and my extra highlighting powder from Jaclyn Hill, and just take the smallest amount of this and put it right in, right in my inner corner. Damn, that is so pretty. Just taking like the leftover and just kind of brushing it under the bridge of my brow. Alright, now I think I just want to put like some gloss on my lips. I don't know. I don't know if I'm feeling the eyes. Like, my complexion looks really good. I love the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I definitely need to use that more. It looks so good. My skin looks really good. Like, it just doesn't pick up on any of the dry patches that I've been getting, and it just, something about it just like sticks to my skin good and just wears really well. But I just don't know about the eyes. What do y'all think? You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you say that you don't like them, because I'm pretty sure I agree with you. So I am just going to make sure I have all of the foundation off of my lips. I'm just going to throw on my Tower 28 Chill lip gloss, lip glass, whatever it is. This is just the clear version. Alright, so I think this is the final look for today, and I'm officially just losing my voice, which is so annoying. I have a 2-year-old I need to yell at, and I can't do that with no voice. But I will say, this is one of the few times that I kind of like took my hair out of the little clips, and I was like, oh, you don't look so bad. Like, it's not a total fail. It's not my favorite look that I've ever done. I still absolutely love the palette. It's not the palette's fault that I suck. But I don't know, it is a nice pop of color. Like, I will say, using this white eyeliner, like, I feel like if I got even more practice with it and I got like the hang of it and I could really get like the consistency down, I think that using this under anything would be a really good way to like make it pop. So I am glad that I did this. I think if I wanted to do like a super intense kind of like cut crease cool moment kind of thing, this would be good to like actually cut the crease out with, and it would have an insane color payoff underneath. But I don't know, it's nice to know, it's nice to have, and yeah. So all in all, I do like this look more than I thought I did when we just left off before I put some lip gloss on. But I think it's a pretty kind of, maybe if I went to the beach and I just wanted just a little pop of color, or I was going to take some pictures with Parker and I didn't want to go too makeup crazy, I wanted to look pretty natural, but he was wearing a cool blue shirt or whatever. So I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point. Guys, I'm so lame right now. I feel like I've been so boring and like I just have nothing to talk about, and that's because the only stuff going on is not always great stuff. So I don't even want to like bring that on here. But I think the next video I'm going to film is Parker's birth and delivery story. So I'm very excited to film that. I almost did that tonight, but I kind of want to like make sure I know what I'm talking about before I sit down and film it. Because if I just like sit down and just spew it everywhere, it's going to be like a 10-hour video, which nobody wants. So, okay, not sure where I'm going to pop this in, but I did mean to ask y'all to ask me whatever kind of questions you wanted to know. I want to do another Q&A video. It's been a long time since I did my first one. It was like my first ever, and I did that right when I started my channel. So I definitely want to do an updated one, and I need questions to answer. So list them down below. Come over, follow me on Instagram, DM me over there. However you want to send them, feel free, and I really... On that note, I will let y'all go. I hope you're having a great day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.